you. Thank you, everyone. Welcome to Lilly the Lash and Friends. I'm Lilly the Lash, the star and main character of the most incredible children's book series, The Life and Times of Lilly the Lash. Yep, it's really me, and I'm so excited that we're hanging out together. Before we get started, I want to take a step back so I can fill you in on exactly who I am. First of all, let's talk about the books. They're big and colorful and nothing short of wow! The illustrations are the bomb! The adventures are amusing! And there are loads of activities for each book. I like the hidden stuff myself, 'cause you really have to look hard to find everything. In each episode, you'll find me, an eyelash fairy. I know that might seem slightly odd, but I have a super cool part. I get to help everyone see the importance of making good choices and building up their inner strength, so everyone ends up feeling their absolute best. Now, if you leave it up to me, I can talk about good character and doing the right thing until the cows come home. But I'd like to read a real live true story that a Lilly the Lash friend recently sent me that shows what can happen when we reach out to one another. Come along now as we explore our friend's story. This is from Booker. He's from Atlanta, Georgia, and he's 9 years old. Booker writes, "Dear Lilly the Lash, I want to tell you about something I did that ended up being wonderful for lots of people. One day when I was walking to my house, I saw our neighbor was picking up a whole bunch of trash that had fallen out because her garbage can had tipped over. She was having a really hard time because the garbage can was really heavy, and she was little and kind of old like my great-grandma. I was tired from being at school all day, but I stopped and helped her anyway, so the trash guys wouldn't be mad. The next day and some days after that, I would see her walking very slowly to get her newspaper at the end of her driveway. And it seemed like she didn't feel very good. After that, every morning, I moved her newspaper from the sidewalk to her front step, so she didn't have to go so far to get it. She would often say hello to me and talk about my school and even the fundraiser we were having. We had raised some of the money, but we hadn't met our goal quite yet. A few months later, this same neighbor sent a check for the amount we needed and told the school in a note that she so appreciated the young man on her street who was always so helpful and kind that it made her want to pay it forward so she could be helpful too. My parents were so proud and explained how kindness generates kindness. All of this made me feel proud too. Your friend, Booker." This letter is magnificent. It's so heartwarming, and it just goes to show how fabulous it can be to give and receive kindness. That's what paying it forward is all about. It's when someone does something kind or helpful out of the kindness of their own heart, but they don't expect anything in return. They did it because they wanted to. But what ends up happening is the other person is so moved and feels so happy about the kindness they were given that they find a way to give kindness to someone else. It's like the best thing ever because it kicks off this circle of doing something kind for someone around you. I do it to you, then you do it to someone else, and then they do it to another person, and so on and so forth. I mean, come on! That's huge! This makes me think back to the second book in my series, The Toy Store. In that story, two boys come into the store and get yelled at by Tommy, the little boy whose parents own the store. Aaron and Macaulay could have become really angry and just walked away, but instead, they wanted to pay it forward. Aaron showed Tommy friendship and kindness through a simple yet big, enthusiastic handshake. Aaron wanted Tommy to feel like someone cared about him in the same way that his friends do. In turn, this very handshake made Tommy want to be a better person. And he soon started sharing with the other children around him. It was a win-win for everyone involved. Some days we wake up and it's sunny outside, and the birds are singing, and everything is going our way. But then other days we wake up late. Our favorite pet is feeling sick, and we leave our homework on the kitchen table. These are the days that we need some extra kindness. These are the days that we can use a little extra help. Why don't we all make an effort to reach out, like Booker did, and pass along a great big dose of kindness to those who can use it? Count me in! Okay, I've got lots of work ahead of me, so I've got to get flying. I do have a quick question, though. I'd like to know if any of my friends out there have a story they'd like to share with the listeners. Maybe you struggle with making friends, or maybe you have an allergy that others don't understand. It could be about anything, really. Send your story, and I'll listen to each and every one and let you know if yours gets picked to be on one of the future episodes of Lilly the Lash and Friends. Your parent or guardian can contact me through the author of the series, Julie Woik. You can find her email address on my website, which is lillythelash.com. That's LILLYTHELASH.com. Well, that's it for now. I can't wait to hear what you have to say. Remember, Lily's always listening. It doesn't take much for us to say something kind. Together, we can make the world a better place in the blink of an eye. See you later!